I'm tired of pushing the motor around the garage for the 73 bug behind me, so I got the thing all jacked up and prepared to go in. Yes, I've got jack stands under there, but I also have the jack. I need to get it about another half an inch to clear the apron. I could tip the motor backwards a little bit, but I don't want to risk scratching all the fresh paintwork that's on here. So, there it is. Getting ready to go in. Well, I just kind of put a towel over the top of the fan shroud right here, and then weaseled it under the rear apron. There was contact, but the towel is the insulating layer in between. Stopped everything from getting scratched. So we're in good shape. I'm going to lower the car down just a little bit to make it a little more useful. I got a jack stand that's starting to kick up a little bit, so I got to let it down a little carefully. Make sure it's not so high, and then start putting the engine into place. Well, it runs good. I'm quite satisfied with how it runs. The only problem I hear is there's a little bit of rattling because the fan shroud, I didn't bolt it down tight. I gotta put the bolts down on either side so the fan shroud bounces around a little bit while it's running. If I put my hand on it, that rattling stops. But I'm very, very happy with how this thing runs. The only problem that I had was with one of the intake manifold boots. This is it right here. It, crap, almost dropped it. It actually split. You see that right there. So when I was pouring a little bit of gas down the throat of the carburetor trying to get the thing started when it was cold, the gas was actually coming out and pouring down onto the engine. And I couldn't figure out how the gas was getting out of the intake manifold until finally I found that it was dripping through the boot. So the boot had a split in it. Both a split here and it's cracked right over there. So that was my vacuum leak. When I finally did get it running, it was just, it would not idle. Ran fine otherwise, you rev it up, it seemed okay, but it just would not idle. And that was the trouble. Just had trouble starting it because it was sucking air. Anyway, it runs great. I mean, it runs really, really good. I've been working on the windows. You see I got all new trim put around them, all the new rubbers. All the stickers and tinting that was on these windows that just look like hell is all gone now. So this is all worked out real nicely. It looks good. This here is just glue and dirt. I got to run along this with a little bit of solvent and take that off. The interior I've begun to work on. I've got a brand new headliner that I put in up there. All nice black fabric cloth. It looks like I need to stretch it a little tighter in the back yet. It's got a little wrinkle in it, but that's looking pretty good. There's a back seat, which I picked up on a trade for another car, so that came with it. I got new panels in the back. Well, like new. They're actually in excellent condition. And that's the interior as far as I've gotten. Just the rear end there. I have to finish cleaning up and painting the doors yet. One of the doors has a little rust in the corner, but we'll get to that when we get to that. I've got new sun visors for the matching black interior, which are somewhere. Ah, there they are. Nice new black sun visors. They're a fuzzy velour, which the headliner is a similar material. So these are going to look real nice in here. The dashboard, as you know, I painted it up to make it look more classic style. Removed the crash pad from it. And for some reason, I'm seeing lights on in the dashboard, but the light switch isn't on. Oh, well, I have a replacement light switch for that. Yeah, I've got a new light switch for that, new headlight switch. Just haven't gotten around to replacing that yet, but that's going to be changed out too. This car is in wonderful shape, wonderful condition. I'm still deciding whether or not I should keep it. I've always wanted the Beetle. I really didn't want the fastback. The Beetle is my thing, so I may wind up putting a price tag on both the Beetle and the fastback and put them up on Craigslist and just see which one sells first. Whichever one is the one that stays is the one that I'll continue to play with for a little while until I get my blue Beetle, which is what these doors are for, together. Because, like I said, the Beetle was always my thing.